What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Whoa, does that work? Okay. All right. Hopefully that's working better for what I'm seeing. Um, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Want to check on something real quick. Delete that real quick. I'll talk about that later. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. Yeah, y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. Then we get on with the show. Loud and clear. All right. This ain't gonna be long. At least I'm not gonna try to make it long because I think I kind of pretty much spoke about this yesterday. But look like with this, what I was said, it got a little more details of what may have been going on in that house with that young man and that woman and that dude and all type of shit. When I read, I'm like, damn, what's really going on. But for now, what's up, Tanya? Roll a mile. Yeah, Gigi, Pisces Princess, what's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. I ain't just really sure this out, so we'll get right into it. All right. But I do want to say, before yesterday go, appreciate Louisiana standing up. We had a lot of Louisianians in building yesterday. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. We had Louisiana stand up for that young man right there. All right, that's pretty dope. All right, guys, let's get into it. So we got just a little more information on this situation, and you see my title, and the question is, just what was the extent of the abuse that was going on in the house with not only with Ezekiel, but with the other children in the house, and these two are the main characters that played a part in the abuse that was going on. Now we learned yesterday that he was reported missing, but kind of find out the whole time it was his own mom and his boyfriend, which we found he had a history of drugs and I guess he got a little rap sheet or whatever the case may be. Pretty much like I told you, just two people who just ain't shit. It just ain't gonna work. All right, it just ain't gonna work. However, though, somebody sent me this article earlier today, which was Queen Wallace. She sent me this, and I want to read this to y'all. Let y'all hear a little more deeper details of what went on in their house. So there's not a news clip. All right. So we know yesterday, as I did this story, they said that the neighbor reported the abuse. She reported abuse in home. As a matter of fact, the neighbor said they called CPS. But apparently the neighbor who talked in this article, they wanted to remain anonymous. They didn't say their name. The one we saw yesterday actually showed their facing on camera. Uh, so apparently neighbors are coming out and speaking of things they heard that was going on in that house. All right. They heard a lot of stuff that's going on in their house, and you're gonna hear a part of this article where the lady gonna say that it got so bad that she had to move her daughter out the room because her daughter was close to their residence where the daughter can hear all the scuffle, whatever the hell is going on. Now I'm like, this, that's a scary shit. Now if you stay across the walkway or whatnot, and they coming all the way up to your child's room, that's some scary shit right there. All right. Anyway, though, as this article started off as it reads, it said neighbor says she reported abuse in home or murdered 2-year-old, which is Ezekiel Harry. Rest in peace to him. They had gathered to remember him, which they say he was killed at the hands of his own mother and her boyfriend. And as we get down to the nitty gritty, this was posted yesterday at 10:41, and I think it's been updated since then. And it goes on to say this, guys, that the questions are being raised about the extent of the abuse that happened in the home of 2-year-old Ezekiel Harry, who police said was murdered at the hands of his own mother and her boyfriend and later dumped in a trash can. It was a massive search effort for most of the day Tuesday when Harry's 28-year-old mother, Maya Jones, told police Harry had been abducted while Jones was walking along the Bayou Terrebonne with her 3 other children, which I showed y'all a picture of that yesterday. They probably walking along the river or whatnot. It says right here, a neighbor who didn't want to be identified. So again, like I said, it must be multiple neighbors just coming out speaking out about this situation. All right. There's multiple people coming out speaking out about it. So, because we saw another neighbor yesterday, she showed her face and she talked on camera. So it got to be another neighbor that's speaking as well. All right. So by the way things look, what I saw in the neighborhood, look like it's kind of trailer looking, and I guess the houses are real close that you can hear shit, even if it is across the walkway. You know. What's up, Laura? How you doing? She said, I love you, Chris, and what you bring us. I love you too, and I appreciate your continued support. All right. Like I said, guys, I ain't just really sure this. I just really just pretty much can't lie. So there probably gonna be too many people up in here, at least not right now. But it says this though, a neighbor who didn't want to be identified was alerted to alleged abduction when Jones began banging on her front door. So Jones went and banged on this lady's, whoever this person is, front door, who they say they don't want to be identified. You know, or it could be the same lady. I don't know. But Jones banged on her front door. Okay. And as we go into more details, it says, at first she was anxious. I thought maybe she was in shock, but I was anxious too. I was about ready to have a panic attack. The neighbor told Fox 8, saying Jones asked to use her phone to call 911. I'm heartbroken. I'm devastated that she would come into my home and do this and not speak the truth. She knew the truth the whole time. It goes on to say that once police arrived to question Jones, they say her story began to unravel, leading them to Despot Street in West Homer. There they located Harry remains dumped in a trash can. The sad part is when I heard about it, I had to do the sign of the cross. When I heard they found Harry in a garbage dump. That's a sad situation, said Peter Petrie, who lives 2 houses down from where Jones stayed on Carrier Street. If you don't want a child, put it up for adoption instead of killing it. We all have said that. Now, this is what it says right here. Now, Jones and her living boyfriend, Jermaine Robinson, 37, both faces charges related to first-degree murder and obstruction of justice. Terrebonne District Attorney Joe Waits, I guess that's his name, said he plans to speak with Harry's family before deciding whether to pursue the death penalty. It goes on to say that this is absolutely a death penalty case, said the attorney. What happened to this little 2-year-old shocks the conscience. And we go down here. Neighbors tell Fox 8 there was a history of abuse happening within the home. There's a history of abuse that was happening within the home. Somebody named Sarah. I'm assuming Sarah's the one that got on camera. So, Sarah lives across the street, said the fighting had gotten worse in the past 3 months. So this has been going on for 3 months. The fighting has got serious within the past 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. Right? Ladies, y'all got to do better, okay? Y'all got to do better. That's why I asked y'all a question yesterday. Well, one of the questions, is it fair to yourself to lower your standards to be with somebody? I don't care how fine they is. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care how good they ding-dong is. I don't give a damn how good they twat is. Is that enough to lower your standards to be with somebody that even though you have had some kind of relations with them, sexually, I guess, we could say in this instance, is that enough to lower your standards? Say, take me, I'm yours. All right, take me, I'm yours. I know you ain't got nothing going on. I know you full of shit. You know, you do drugs. I know you're abusive, but hey, you know what I'm saying? You're all right with me. Really, you not know your own work to take somebody like that to come in your house, and for 3 months, for 3 damn months, you allow this poison in your house for 3 months, and you got children. You had four, but now you got three now. You let this poison in your house, and for 3 months, you tolerated somebody who ain't shit to make your home worse. Because on the outside looking in, how this story is going, I'm assuming Maya's home was peaceful. I'm assuming her home was peaceful. Until you let the poison mist come in. And it changed your whole world around. But then again, maybe was it a man that came in and turned the whole thing around? Maybe Maya was already fucked up. And she saw this man was just as fucked up she was. Hey, to her, that was the perfect couple. To her, they might have been the perfect couple. Maybe she was already fucked up and she found somebody that was just as fucked up as her. She felt like this dude probably gonna understand her and this, that, and third. He probably gassed her head up like, I understand your problems and all this, that, and third, because I did this, I did that, but I got myself together, but really he ain't did shit. But he convinced her that, I'm the best thing they're gonna be. I'm the best thing that's gonna be in your life. I'm the best thing they're gonna be in your life. And I'm gonna be like Anita Baker. I'm gonna give you the best that I got. Is this the best that you think somebody got to give? Any of us think that this is the best that somebody got to give, then the world of relationships was seen to be doomed. Well, of course, a lot of us got common sense, so we ain't got to worry about that. We ain't got to worry about that. A lot of us got common sense. So, however, though, they say there was a history of abuse happening within the home for the past 3 months. Then they go on to say, I started getting really scared because the screaming would last nights on end. Nights on end. All you will hear is him screaming and yelling. You can hear it inside my house to the point that I had to move my daughter out of her room. Her room is in the upstairs corner of my house, and it was so bad that she couldn't sleep at night. She says she called the police every time, with the last time coming just weeks ago during a major fight because one of the children broke Robinson's phone. One of the children broke his phone. Interesting. One of the children broke his phone. Well, that started a Holocaust, didn't it? That started a Holocaust. I could hear her screaming and yelling and saying, get off the floor. Now, that right there, that what got me when I read this, because they said I could hear him screaming and yelling and saying, get off the floor. Who was he talking to? Was he talking to her, or was he talking to the child or children? I could hear her screaming and yelling, saying, get off the floor. Who was he talking to? Who was he talking to? Then they go on to say that he kept screaming it over and over for 30 minutes. Again, my question is, who was he talking to? Who was he talking to? Look, I'll tell you something. Like this. Again, this is where comes in. This is where it comes in the type of parent that you really are. Man, look, I don't give a fuck. You ain't finna holler at my child till I get him off the floor. And let alone, you ain't finna be the one put my child on the floor. If I don't put my child on the floor, you ain't finna put my child on the floor. So we finna have a problem. We finna have a problem. I'm pretty much sure y'all would agree when I say that. Well, we finna have a problem. Because first, how if he's talking to the child, how my child end up on the floor? And second of all, you got me fucked up, and we finna have a problem. You finna end up on the floor, my G. You finna end up on the floor. All right, and I want you screaming at me for 30 minutes. Cause every minute you scream at me, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. I am. I ain't no tough guy, but don't fuck with my children. Don't fuck with my children. All right, screaming at them and shit. No, no. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. But again, the key word is the type of parent that you are, and that common sense kicking in. So just by reading it right there, if he was talking to the children, this woman allowed this man to come in her house and just abuse anybody he chose. And she didn't do shit, or either she was helpless to do shit, or if drugs was involved heavy, like they putting it out there, maybe she was too strung out to do anything. All right? Nah, bro. Don't be screaming at my children, man. Don't scream at you, man. You got me fucked up, bro. You got me screaming at my children. Like I say, I ain't tough. I don't want to go over here and make y'all think that I'm tough. But it's something in all of us that gonna make you tick and fuck somebody up. That's why I tell people. That's somebody told me a long time ago. She literally said to me, she said, I can't fight. So if I get into a fight, they just gonna whip my ass. I said, don't say that. I said, don't say that. I said, I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody got that trigger in them. They got a trigger in them. All right? Nobody ain't gonna let nobody whoop their ass. Not in my opinion now. Nobody ain't gonna let nobody whoop their ass. We all have a little bit of animal instinct in us that if we back it up in a corner, you're gonna come out fighting. What does an animal do when you back them in the corner? Or what a dog do when you back them in the corner? They're gonna try to get away. If they can't get away, they're gonna do their best to try to get away. And they're gonna bite your ass and get away. And that's what a lot of us humans got. We got the animal instinct. Let somebody back you up. You're going to do something to get out that corner. And you're going to come out swinging. So don't never say that you're just going to let somebody whoop your ass. Don't let nobody whoop your ass. Because I do believe LL Cool J said, Mama said, knock you out. And I do believe back in the 80s when Grandma used to tell me all the time, you better get out there and fight. Won't whoop your ass because they got tired of you running home. All right? It wasn't trying to make you like out to be a bully or anything. They just got tired of you running home whining. So, you trying to fight me and all that. Look, you go get your ass out there and fight. Don't whoop your ass. You come back in this house. Get out there and fight. They're trying to teach you how to defend yourself. And stop letting people push you around. That's what they was doing. So I told her, don't you never say that because you get backed up in the corner, you don't know what you would do. You don't know what you would do. And scared people, a lot of times, they'll be the dangerous ones. So you may be scared somebody whoop your ass. But trust me, you get backed up in the corner, you're going to be a dangerous motherfucker. Trust and believe that. Holler at your boy. You're going to be a dangerous motherfucker. Let somebody bag you up in the corner. Let somebody bag you up in the corner. Watch how dangerous you turn. I bet they won't fuck with you no more. I bet they won't. Bet you they won't. As a matter of fact, you might get a little respect from them. You might get a little respect from them. All right? So again, with that being said, I want to know who the fuck he talking to. Hey, man, that couldn't be me. I tell you that. Couldn't be me. Swear you got me fucked up, bro. Or if he was talking to her, it makes me wonder if he talked to a man like that. If he tell him get up out the floor. Yes, ma'am. I'm 80s baby Pice Prince. I'm 80 baby. Like I said, I'm not tough. I'm not tough. I promise I'm not tough. I'm not tough at all. I tell you that right now. I ain't tough. I don't get in here try to talk shit to nobody. I'm not tough. But but I'm not finna let you with my ass. I ain't finna let you with my ass now. But I ain't tough. I ain't tough at all. All right. Are you 80s baby too? All right, though. What's up, 80s baby? What's up? But let me continue. So it said he kept screaming it over and over for 30 minutes. The person said they was shaking, they was crying. I said, please get out here before he kills somebody. I guess they were telling the police that. Please get out here before he kills somebody. She said when police arrived, Jones covered for her boyfriend. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now, again, I go back and ask the question who he was talking to getting off the floor. So he could have been talking to her or he could be talking to her children. Now, if he was talking to her children, she came out of covered for him, then she's even more of a piece of shit than I thought. All right, she's even more of a piece of shit than I thought. A man yelling at your children like that for 30 minutes and you come on there taking up for him, you even more of a piece of shit than I thought. Wow. Then it goes on to say nothing was ever done. They left, and for the past 2 weeks, it's been quiet around the house. I thought things was getting better, but I guess they were just keeping things on the quiet. When the news came that Harry was missing, she said she felt dark dread knowing that he was already dead. I already knew in my heart, nobody had to say anything. I knew what happened, she said. She even filed a complaint with the Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services, leaving out her name because she was afraid of Robinson finding out, but providing the address of the home and details of the abuse. This the neighbor that Plaisance. I don't know how to say her last name. It's something. But she was afraid that Robinson gonna find out who made the report. Then she goes on to say a lot of people are to blame. She says something should have been done. This should have never happened. Fox A reached out to DCFS for a response, asking whether the investigation had been opened into the potential abuse of Harry and whether any complaints had been received. A spokesperson said if an investigation had been opened, they cannot come in pursuant to Louisiana state law. How ironic. DCFS cannot comment on or even acknowledge the existence of a potential investigation of abuse or neglect involving a child. The spokesperson said, if there is an investigation, state laws make the entire process from report to investigation outcome confidential. The spokesperson also provided web pages on how to report abuse or neglect, as well as a web page detailing the process behind child abuse investigations. In Thai Botox, whatever the name of that daycare, Thai Botox, in Thai Botox, I guess, Theo Botox, where Harry attended daycare at lots of tots until recently staff members are raising money for his father and family to support them in a time of need. The name Ezekiel is still visible in the building on cubby name tags and on the swing of doors leading to classroom space. He was bubbly, he laughed a lot, said Harry's teacher, Tammy Gibbons. Never cried, even if he failed, would get up and get back to what he was doing. Never had time out, never had to talk to him. He was just happy. Gibbons said when Harry first entered her classroom, he was shy and timid, but soon he broke out of his shell, bringing the class to light with his dancing. I talked to a few parents that wanted information, and we cried together because it's hard for the parents as well. You know, he was their friend. He was everybody's friend, Gibbons said. There's no words to describe how everybody's feeling right now. We would have never suspected it. I never suspected anything. Rebecca Topes, who owns Loss of Tots, said the entire staff is devastated by the loss of Harry. She said they want to wrap their arms around the support of Harry's father during this difficult time. It blows my mind that a little child's life could be taken away like this, Topes said. I think that it touched so many people's hearts because they realize how easy something like this can happen and us not even know something is going on. Topes said Her daycare has been contacted by DCFS since Harry remains was found Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, I bet they was. I bet they was. Mm, how about that? I bet they was contacted. How about that? Wow. So yeah. This is deeper and deeper and deeper with this story. The autopsy, I got a feeling when they finally come out, it's gonna be fucked up what we're gonna hear. All right? I believe it's gonna be fucked up what we're gonna hear. And I can tell you now, I'm gonna be upset because that part where he was hollering talk about get off the floor for 30 minutes. I swear, I think he talking to one of them children, or he talking to Zeke, or he talking to her. But I think he talking to the children because he sound like he a punk. All right, he sound like he a punk. I wonder if he would have did that if Trey was there. I just really want to know if he would have did that if Trey was there, hollering at his children shit, or let alone will he be talking to Maya like that in front of Trey's face? You know, not to say that Trey taking up for Maya, but you don't do that in front of my children, bro. Y'all toxic as fuck. I would have told Maya, man, fuck you. I'm gonna get my children, man. You got my children around this nothing ass Negro. Him hollering, y'all here hooting and hollering, fighting, and got all the neighbors here and all the shit that's going on. Man, give me my kids, man. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Amen. Give me my children, man. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all do what y'all want to do. What y'all ain't finna do around my children. But of course, what it sounds like, she must have had custody and it was only so much he could have done. All right. All right. So again, I had to ask the question like I asked y'all yesterday. And I think we clearly got our answer now. Is it fair to you to lower your standards to be with somebody? And the next question I asked after that was, to people who ain't shit, can they make something happen? And I think after reading this article, I think we got both our answers, our questions answered. Don't lower your standards for them, motherfucker. I don't give a damn how fine they are. I don't give a damn how good the sex is or what they do. If they got stuff or they do things that you know you don't like and you're not going to take part in, then you know that's not the person for you. All right? Because again, you lower your standards to be with somebody, do things that you're not too fond of or things you don't like, you're not going to be happy because they're going to keep doing that thing that you don't like. All right? Now, unless they are willing to change what they're doing that you don't like, then I guess that may be different. But me, I'm not trying to change anybody. If you do what you do, you like what you do, then hey, keep doing what you do. I just know we'll probably never be because I don't like that what you do. You know, but I don't want you to change. Be yourself. Because you change, if you try to change yourself to be with me, then you won't be happy. Preach. You try to change yourself to be with me or be with somebody else, you're not going to be happy. Be you. Don't try to hide you. Be you. Be you. Because you're not going to be happy either. I'm not going to be happy with what you do. You're not going to be happy with changing what you do. I ain't be happy. Be yourself. All right? And then on top of that, if you do try to hide what you do, it's only going to last for long. It's only going to last for so long because what we have learned in life, well, I know I have, I can't speak for everybody else. What I have learned in life, when you got bad habits, no matter how bad you try to hide it, it's going to eventually come out. Am I preaching? No matter how bad you try to hide your bad habits, they are going to come out because these are bad habits you've been having with yourself for the longest. So you can come in and hide it all you want to. But when it's in you, it's in you. Prime example. How many of y'all let somebody come stay with you and probably give them about a month or 2 months or two, They try to make it seem like they just genuine person. They do all this, they clean up and they do all this stuff. But once they start getting comfortable, what you start to notice, the motherfuckers start getting lazy. They start getting lazy. They start cleaning up. All right. Your house be all fucked up when you get home. The kitchen be all fucked up and shit when you get home and all that stuff. They start letting fools run in and out your house and all that shit. You know, they get real comfortable. And you try to be nice and be like, throw them like little hints at first and be like, hey man, you know, who is this? Who is that? Who is this? Who is that? Oh man, that's so. Well, okay, I don't know nothing about so. I ain't ever seen them over here before. I don't know so. I don't know why they over here. You know, you try to throw them little hints, but some people don't get it, or either they get the hints, they just don't give a fuck because they're getting comfortable with you until you actually got to come out and say something. And then what happens then? They think you being mean, they think you being an asshole. All right. But the person who's over your house doing stuff at your house, what they doing? They only following their person lead. The person who's staying at your house gave them the vibe that they could come over your house and get comfortable and do what the fuck they doing. No, they can't. Because first, I don't know you, motherfucker. Second, I don't do this at my house. Okay? So I don't know you. I can't get mad at you, but I get mad at you because you stay here and they following your lead. You telling them in so many words that it's okay for them to come to my house and do this shit. It ain't finna happen, Captain. It ain't finna happen. So if you want your compadres to come over here or do your thing or whatnot, then it's that time that either you need to go get your own shit or you need to go stay with them. Holla at your boy. Go get your shit, get your own shit, or go stay with them. All right? Nobody ain't trying to spoil your fun or none of that shit. You got to understand, man. Woman, man or woman, when you stay with somebody, you got rules to abide by. If I don't have motherfuckers running in at my house, why the fuck would I let you do it? If I don't have folks running in at my house, even women, if I don't have them running in at my house, why the fuck would I let you do it? All right, this ain't no trap house. This ain't Club Chris Thorns. No, ain't none of that shit. I'm a square. I like my inner peace. All right? And I'm a man. And even having women run in at your house could be a bad thing. All right? When you let people run in at your house, men and women, what end up happening? What grandma and granddad used to always say? You let folks run in at your house, what end up happening? Shit start coming up missing. And you don't know who did it because you got folks coming running in at your house. You don't know who did it. You don't know who to blame. All right? Folks running in at your house and shit be coming missing at your house one by one. One by one. Shit just coming up missing. I don't know why I do these shows. I start getting to preaching like that. I don't know. I don't know where this shit be coming from, but it do. You know, I guess I just be reminiscing, you know, a lot of stuff that my grandma used to say to me when she was living when I was growing up as a child. And a lot of stuff my mom was saying to me when I was growing up as a child, and all the elders who I talked to growing up as a child and a teenager, and things they say to me, you know. And I guess a lot of stuff be a trigger moment for me when it's been people that I helped. You know, they try to pull this shit with me. People I've helped try to pull this shit with me. All right? And ain't nothing more foul than a person that you help turn around and be the main person that try to hurt you and tarnish your name. That'd be the saddest part right there. Somebody you helped would turn around, get upset with you for whatever reason, and try to tarnish your name. That's another thing I learned. the people that you help be the main one that try to hurt you the most. And to the young generation, I want y'all to understand that. Y'all still learning. The people y'all be helping, they gonna be the one that hurt you the most. Watch, y'all will see it. You'll see it. You young people out there who probably got your own place around about 18, 19 or something, let somebody you cool with come stay with you and watch what happens when they leave. It could be one disagreement. One disagreement. They're going to tarnish your name over that one disagreement. Because you know why? Because you helped them. But anybody else who didn't give a shit about them or tried to help them or dogged them out, they stay their best friend. And I guess that's where it come in when it says, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I'll let your boy. That truly means that keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Because the motherfuckers who ain't done shit for you, who done dogged you out, that called you all kinds of names and shit. You make up, get cool with them. But the motherfuckers who actually helped you and support your ass, you hold animosity towards them. And you will pick and pick and pick anything just to hold that animosity towards them. And I'm telling y'all now, a lot of time when you lose people like that, it's a good thing. Because I want you to look at this right here. Look at what was good going on between y'all and look at the bad that was going on between y'all. If the bad outweigh the good, then count it as a blessing that y'all not friends no more. Count it as a blessing that y'all not friends no more. Because they are no longer your problem. They are no longer your problem. Let them go be somebody else's problem. Let them go be somebody else's problem. You said you would think I'd be married now? Wait a minute, Patch President, do we know each other or something? Because everybody know I ain't married. Do we know each other or something? No. How long you been following me? No. I ain't married. No, ma'am. Hey, Gypsy Star Girl. What's up, baby? How you doing? Renita McMichael, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Renita, excuse me, Renita. Was it Renita or Renita? One of the two. Ashley, I saw you up in the building. Yeah, saw you in the building. You know. So with all that being said, you know, could have been the same thing with this woman right here, man. She could have stopped all that if she wanted to, man. She could have kicked that dude out. Let that man be somebody else's problem, man, because you already got situations on your own problem. You probably got problems on your own going on, you know. You don't need nobody to come in your life to make this situation worse. You don't need nobody to come in your life and make this situation worse. So she could have been kicked this dude out. But it was something about this dude that she liked so much to the point that this man was so toxic that she took up for him. She took up for him. And I think that's sad. I think that's sad. Anyway, guys, I just want to bring y'all this real quick. Hold on. Well, let me show y'all one more thing before I get out here. Let me show you one more thing. One more thing before I get out of here. Gotta wait till this ad get through.
Community came together tonight to remember a little boy whose life was cut far too short. 2-year-old Ezekiel Harry was found murdered yesterday in Houma, his body dumped in a trash can. Police say his mother, Maya Jones, and her live-in boyfriend, Jermaine Robinson, are responsible for killing him. And tonight, the Terrebonne Parish DA says this could be a death penalty case. The Houma police chief says they're investigating whether the child was being abused and whether drug use was happening in the household. Police say they had been called to the home in the past, and they're now reviewing all of those calls. Police say surveillance video from a business captured Jones here with her 3 school-aged children holding a baby carrier walking towards the water in the Intracoastal Waterway. Police now know that carrier was empty. The 3 children are in Child Protective Services tonight, and Eleanor Tabone takes us to a vigil and a balloon release that was held tonight in Harry's memory.
I shall wear a crown.
Taken from his community too soon.
We thank God that he loaned Harry to this community for 2 years. And in 2 years, God has decided that his purpose was to bring us together.
This trash can is where 2-year-old Ezekiel Harry's body was found, now surrounded with teddy bears, balloons and a toy truck.
I'm a mother, first of all. I'm also a social worker. And I didn't personally know the family, but I knew of them.
She a social worker.
It was such a tragedy in our community.
Houma standing as one Wednesday night, the community holding on to each other for support, as tears were shed for the little boy who never got the chance to show the world who he would be.
This is our community. This is where we live. And for a tragedy to rock us like this, it's just absolutely devastating.
If we don't come together, then how are we protecting our kids? So stop blaming others that wasn't there or didn't do this. Just be the village.
I don't really see the kids a lot. They keep the kids inside most of the time.
Sarah Plaisance lives at this house. As you can see, it's just across the way from where little Ezekiel lived. She says sometimes the yelling was so aggressive, she feared for the safety of the children in that house.
I called the cops crying, I was shaking, and I said, please send somebody out here. He's going to kill somebody in this house.
Sarah says Ezekiel's family moved in after Hurricane Ida. The yelling she heard between 2 adults began 2.5 months ago, worsening 3 weeks ago.
I could just hear the kids screaming and crying inside that house, and what else can I do?
Sitting together 24 hours later, Sarah is asking why no one stepped in before tragedy struck.
Why was nothing done? Why didn't they do more? More needs to be done.
Little Ezekiel never forgotten in the town of Houma.
When it's all over,
Eleanor's now with me in the studio, and when I see that image of everyone gathered around that trash can, I can't imagine what it was like out there tonight.
Katie, it was just, you could feel the emotion, the way they were holding each other, the way people were crying over a 2-year-old boy that was taken too soon. And we saw Ezekiel's grandmother standing there, the grief, the pain that she's going through. She collapsed and was carried away, and we were told she was taken to hospital this evening, but she's doing okay.
Oh, thankfully. As okay as you can, I imagine, in this awful situation.
Exactly, exactly.
Right. Well, thank you for that report, and we'll continue to follow that, of course, as all of the details come out about this case.
Exactly.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Welcome.
What insurance claim HQ?
Hey, Miss Kayana, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Same thing I'm saying. It ain't no telling what they doing to them children in their house. All right. Okay. Miss Pice Prince, I see you retracted a message. I think I saw what you said though, but I'm just curious as to why you retracted it. All right. But yeah, guys, I just want to go into a little deeper details what the article was saying about the birthday that was going on in the house, and I appreciate your Queen for sending me that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, though, as always, stay tuned, and I'm definitely waiting on a autopsy report and updates going on with this, and see what happened what happens. And if any of y'all get the update before I do, y'all do have my email. At least I think y'all do. If y'all don't, let me type it up in there now. Or if you have your thoughts and theories about the case, or you share with me through email as well, you know. So anyway, guys, please, we got to do better, guys. We got to do better. All right? We got to do better. They got to do better. Because the kids won't survive if we don't start correcting our mistakes that we make. Your man, Chris Thorns, and catch y'all next time. All right? Peace out.